The roads in Eastbrook had fallen apart after years without repairs, so the Eastbrook residents decided to pool money to fix them. I put in $1 million, covering the lion's share. But when the town drew up the route, it left out my house. The town roads belong to everyone. Where they get built is up to everyone. Ethan, you've got me all wrong. Do you think I can decide this by myself? If it were up to me, I would not just pave it to your front gate. I would run it right into your yard. I laughed. Every other home got road access to its gate. Even Mayor Collins's chicken coop and dog kennel had a road. Yet my house had nothing. Fine. So that's how they want to play it. The next day, I took my whole family and left. I was not paying another cent. Let the road rot where it was. Ethan, come back, quick. The road improvement plan has been posted. Mayor Collins is moving pretty fast on this. The plans are already out. I do not know how to build roads. I cannot help with that. No need for me to make a special trip back. No, Ethan, that is not it. The road they are building does not include our house. It leaves us out. What does that mean? Your dad saw the plan. The road will not be paved to our place. He already got into it with Mayor Collins over this. Come back and see for yourself. What? Mom, do not panic. I am heading back now. Keep an eye on Dad. Do not let him go out. I quickly rinsed my mouth. Then I grabbed a towel and scrubbed my face in a hurry. I threw on my clothes and left. I floored it all the way back. The moment I entered Eastbrook, the road conditions turned awful, rutted, and full of potholes, rough, uneven, and miserable. If I had not been driving an SUV, I never would have made it in. My family lived at the far end of Eastbrook. We were the very last household. The ride shook me so hard I nearly threw up. I barely managed to get the car home. Ethan, you are finally back. Go talk some sense into your dad. He is still furious. Dad, your good son is back to take care of you. That dog of a mayor is fixing roads in town. And he just had to leave our house out. I went to argue with him, and he had the nerve to glare at me. He said we had to obey the town's arrangements. Like hell, I will. Dad. Right now, you should brew some good tea. Light a nice cigarette. Turn on the television, and watch some cartoons. Have Mom cook a couple of side dishes. Then at noon, crack open a bottle of chocolate milk. Wouldn't that feel just perfect? You little brat. You came back just to make fun of your old man. Dad glared at me and snapped. Then he could not help laughing. Dad, it is just a road repair. This petty nonsense is not worth getting so angry over. Stay home and rest. I will go check the town council office. If someone is really bullying us, watch your son deal with him. Like I need you to deal with him. 30 years ago, if that damned mayor had dared mouth off to me, I would have beaten him 6 ways from Sunday. Yes, of course. Back then, you fought from one end of Eastbrook to the other and never met your match. Mayor Collins is only safe because you're in a good mood today. Otherwise, he would be Mayor Collins no more by now. What kind of nonsense do you learn every day, kid? You never take anything seriously. Go on, get out. Just looking at you annoys me. I grinned and gave him a salute. Then I headed for the town council office. Either way, at least I had cheered the old man up. This was Eastbrook. I grew up here. After high school, I left to work and earn money. Then I got into the medicinal herb business. These days, my business had grown pretty big. Back in Eastbrook, I was considered well known and respected. A few months earlier, the town roads had fallen apart after years without repairs. So the town proposed that everyone chip in to fix them as part of the community. I volunteered $1 million, covering most of the cost. What I never expected was this. After putting in that much money, the road still would not reach my house. On the public notice board, in the town council yard, they had posted the new road improvement plan. They had even added a special note. Westbrook Road Improvement Plan. Public review period. 7 days. Any comments may be submitted to the town council office. I stared at the plan and studied it carefully. The more I looked, the angrier I got. No wonder Dad had gone to argue with Mayor Collins. If it had been me, it might have turned into a fight. After reading the plan, I swallowed my irritation and went into the town council office. Calling it an office was generous. It was just a plain single-story building. A few desks and chairs had been set inside. It had been built for show whenever the county inspectors came by. Most days, no one even used it. But today, quite a few people were sitting inside. Well, everyone's here. Ethan is back. Quick, Pull out those fancy cigarettes of yours. Let us have a taste too. Mayor Collins needs to talk to you about something. The town council is discussing important business. Whatever it is, wait until we are done. No, they were acting high and mighty. They had taken my money and still forgot they owed me some respect. I casually pulled out a chair and sat down. If it is that important, I would love to hear it. Ethan, the town council is holding a meeting. Anyone not involved is not allowed to sit in. We have to prevent confidential information from leaking. Oh, please. What major business could our town possibly have? At most, it is weddings and funerals. That counts as confidential. These people in town were good for nothing but eating. Ask them to do anything, and they were useless. Expecting them to discuss secrets? The so-called secrets in their mouths were either whose wife had been sneaking around with another man, or whose husband had taken up with a widow. It was all petty small-town nonsense. Stale, endless old gossip nobody needed to hear. Besides, according to county rules, residents, as members of the community, are entitled to attend town council meetings and voice their opinions. Is there such a rule? Mayor Collins instantly looked baffled. The others looked at one another. Not one of them said a word. Mayor Collins, you are a little behind on the rules, are you not? I gave a soft laugh. My voice was full of disdain. Was there really such a rule? I had no idea, either. But it was more than enough to bluff this bunch. Then, today's meeting is over. Meeting adjourned. Once everyone in the room had cleared out, I stood, walked over, and sat beside Mayor Collins. Then I got straight to the point. Mayor Collins, how exactly is the town road being planned? Why is it not being built to my house? Does my family not deserve a road? Ethan, road repairs are no small matter. We have to calculate every detail. Your home is the last household in town. Extending it there means paving dozens of extra yards. That is not cost-effective. Do not give me that. Being the last household means we are not part of Eastbrook. Eastbrook has 113 households. Every single one gets the road built right to its front gate. Only my family gets left out. Mayor Collins. Handling things this way. Isn't that playing favorites a little too openly? Or do you think my family is an easy target? Ethan, now you have got me all wrong. Fixing the town road is a community matter. Do you think I can decide it all by myself? If it were up to me, I would not just pave it to your front gate. I would pave it right into your yard. Oh, cut it out. That plan is posted right there in the yard. Do I need to tear it down and show it to you? So you do not get to decide. Then why, when it gets to your place, does the road reach even your backyard and chicken coop? Suddenly you are not worried about spending extra money. How is that any different from abusing public money for personal gain? Ethan, saying this to me will not help. The road plan was unanimously decided by the residents. How it gets built has to follow everyone's opinion, right? I am the mayor. Every big and small matter in Eastbrook runs through me. Adding a couple of extra stretches to my home just makes it easier for residents to come see me about town business. Calling that abuse of public money for personal gain is really doing me wrong. Everything I do is in service of the people. In service of the people. What are your chickens serving the public to? Fine, Mayor Collins. After all these years as mayor, you may not have gained much real skill, or seen much of the world, but you sure know how to talk slick. With a mouth like that, put you in a suit, and people might believe you were a county supervisor. Really? Mayor Collins's eyes lit up. He actually thought I was praising him. A county supervisor. I was just saying that. You actually believed it. I curled my lip. Mayor Collins's face darkened with anger. Enough. I do not have time to go in circles with you about this road. Whether this is your idea or someone else's, it has to be built to my front gate. Listen carefully. This is a demand, not a request. With that, I stood up and turned to leave. Mayor Collins lost his temper. He slammed the table and shouted at me. Ethan, do you think that just because you run a business and have a little money, you are something special? Now, you are giving me orders. Whether you like it or not, this road will be built exactly as drawn on the plan. That is, final. You actually dare slam the table at me. Do not think so highly of yourself. About that argument you had with my dad before, I have not even settled down with you yet. I came here speaking to you politely, and you just keep pushing your luck. You really think my words mean nothing, do you? Go on. Slam that table one more time, and see what happens. I looked down at Mayor Collins from above, then I pointed at his nose and tore into him. Had I kept too low a profile these past few years? Had it made this old bastard forget how humble and fawning he used to be in front of me? Did he think he mattered again? Ethan, the town road belongs to everyone. Where it goes, and how it gets built, has to be decided by everyone. It truly is not something I can decide alone. Now, that was a very polished excuse. Since you keep hiding behind everyone else, Mayor Collins, then build the road however you want. I will not argue with you. The town road belongs to everyone. But my money sure does not belong to everyone. I am not paying for these road repairs anymore. Ethan, fixing the road is a major issue. We already agreed on everything at the start. You cannot change your mind at the last minute. If you do not put up the money, then this road cannot be built at all. That means you are going against the whole town. The moment Mayor Collins heard I was pulling my funding, his beady little eyes darted. He immediately started trying to talk me around. Of course, on the surface, he was persuading me. In truth, he was threatening me by turning the whole town against me. I did not even live in Eastbrook anymore. So what? If I do not put up the money, does that make me guilty of some terrible sin? Then we will have to call a town meeting. This is a community matter, after all. Then, call one. Doesn't the town council office have a loudspeaker? Go announce the meeting right now. For Eastbrook's road repairs, I am putting up the most money. And yet my family is the one being left out. I would love to see who can give me a proper explanation. That may not be a good idea. Mayor Collins hesitated. Calling a full town meeting had not happened in ages. Even for a once-in-a-generation decision like fixing the roads. He had only gone household to household to sound people out. That was all he did, to ask for opinions. Then handle it however you want. But unless that road reaches my front gate, I will not pay a cent. You will offend people doing this. Mayor Collins struggled with it for a long while. At last, he stamped his foot and went to make the announcement. Offend people? At a time like this, I could not afford to worry about offending people now. Mayor Collins still had the nerve to pretend he was worried about me. As if I did not know exactly what kind of man Mayor Collins was. No matter what the issue was, he always did the least work, and took the biggest share of the benefits. Attention, all residents. There has been a change regarding the road repairs. Every resident who can still walk, get to the town council office as fast as possible. Soon, the Eastbrook residents came filing into the town council office, one after another. The already cramped yard was quickly packed shoulder to shoulder. My parents came too. Ethan. What is going on? Why is there suddenly a town meeting? I told Mayor Collins to call everyone here. The people in this town are going too far, I said, my voice edged with irritation. Then I lowered my voice and explained the whole situation to my parents. Ethan, this does not feel right. If we do this, we will offend the whole town. Even if the road reaches our front gate, how are we supposed to get along with everyone afterward? Maybe we should just let it go. If they will not build it, then fine. At worst, your dad and I can lay down some bricks ourselves. It is only a few dozen yards anyway. It will not matter much. Mom was an honest countrywoman. The moment she heard I was going head-to-head with the whole town, her first reaction was worry. She was afraid that because of the road repairs, we would ruin our relationship with the townspeople. Afraid of what? What? We do not owe them a damn thing. Why should we live at someone else's mercy? The town is fixing the road. Every household put in money. So why should ours be left out? If anyone dares give our family trouble over this, I will slap the teeth out of his mouth. Reasoning with them is enough. There is no need to start swinging. They are still our neighbors. If we burn every bridge, things will be too ugly to face later. Do not worry, Mom. Today, our family is in the right. You and Dad should go home first. I can handle this little matter myself. I gave Mom a few words of comfort. Then I told her and Dad to head back first. Who knew what might happen in a while? One wrong exchange, and fists might start flying. I did not want my parents seeing that and worrying. It is fine. We will stay right here and watch. If anyone spits in our faces after we try to be decent, I will not let him off. Dad refused, without even thinking. I knew he was not just trying to watch the show. He was really afraid I would get pushed around. All right. But do not lose your temper and start fighting right away. If I truly cannot hold them off, there will still be time for you to step in. After we had waited nearly half an hour, Mayor Collins was still darting around like a flea. I grabbed him by the arm and said, impatiently, Mayor Collins, are you chatting with everyone, one by one? Are you here to make friends? Get to the point already. Ethan, can you not speak to me with a little respect? Respect. Hurry up.
Hurry up.
Quiet down. You said over the loudspeaker that something had changed with the road repairs. What exactly is going on? You dragged us here in such a rush. If there is something to say, say it. We still have plenty of work waiting at home. Our town is supposed to be fixing the roads, right? Well, Ethan here does not agree with the town's plan. So he does not plan to contribute the money anymore. The road project was already settled. We were just waiting for construction to start, so I called everyone together to discuss it. Are we fixing the road, or not? Mayor Collins explained in a booming voice. Technically, that was what happened. But, coming from his mouth, it sounded like I was blocking the project, because I did not want Eastbrook's roads fixed. What a neat little trick to shift the blame onto me. He was clearly trying to set me against the townspeople. I looked at Mayor Collins with a cold smile and did not take it seriously. After all, the money was still in my hands. Whether the first paid or not was entirely my decision. What? Ethan, what are you trying to do? This was already agreed on. How can you just change your mind like that? Exactly, Ethan. At the earlier meeting, didn't you support fixing the town roads too? Why change your mind right before work begins? Ethan, we are all from the same town. Fixing the road is for Eastbrook's benefit. What you are doing is not decent. What Mayor Collins stirred up was not just trouble. It was a full-on flood. The townspeople all shouted at me over one another. They could not accept me pulling my funding, and they sure as hell did not agree to it. What are you all yelling for? Trying to bully my boy Ethan just because there are more of you. Before I could say a word, Dad lost his patience first. He stepped forward to defend me. Who is bullying your Ethan? He is the one bullying us, alright? This whole town has waited years for these road repairs. We finally got it settled. Then he suddenly backs out. Isn't that screwing everyone over? What? Without Ethan, the road cannot be fixed. Since when did my boy Ethan become that important? The town is fixing the road. The residents are pooling money. So now it all comes down to my family's share. Besides, the road does not even reach our gate. So it is perfectly reasonable if we do not pay. What are you people shouting about? And you, what trouble are you stirring up here? A grown man, acting like a petty gossip. If you do not like it, step up, and we will settle it. What the hell is going on here? The town is pooling money for road repairs, and you do not plan to pay. I thought you called Mayor Collins over to work something out. Turns out, your big move is pulling the rug out from under everyone. You really think earning a little money makes you some big shot? Who do you think this trick gives you leverage over? In the end, people will just laugh behind your back and call you cheap. After snapping at the townspeople, Dad turned around and scolded me too. He thought I simply did not want to put in the money. I gave a bitter smile, not knowing how to explain. Uncle Hart, it really does come down to your family's money. We had someone calculate it. The road repairs will cost $1.3 million. Your Ethan promised $1 million. If he does not pay that $1 million, how are we supposed to fix the road? If it were not for all these years as neighbors, and because my son is honest to a fault, he never would have offered that $1 million. But if he refuses to pay now, then I support him. Honestly, I never planned to put in that much money at first. Since everyone was supposed to chip in for the road, the whole town should have split the cost evenly. But when Eastbrook held a meeting to discuss contributions, not one family was willing to pay. Either they claimed they could not even keep food on the table, or that they could not scrape together their kids' tuition. They sounded like they had just come back from a begging line. When it looked like the meeting could not go on, Mayor Collins set a trap for me. No wonder Dad was always cursing Mayor Collins as a bastard. That old snake truly never did anything decent. Say one more word, and this road project is dead. We are not paying a dime. Uncle Hart, this was already settled. How can you just go back on your word? Isn't this bullying us? He was the one who promised to pay $1 million. None of us forced him. Now he says one word and refuses to pay. Is he treating us like fools? When they heard Dad say, we would not pay either, the whole crowd immediately erupted. They all turned their anger on me. Shut up. Who's bullying whom here? Why did I agree to put up the money in the first place? And you still have the nerve to talk. Fixing the road is the whole town's business. But when it came time to pay, every one of you hid like cowards. Now, you are all acting tough, are you? Every single one of your households gets the road built right to its front gate. Wasn't that part of the unified plan? Wasn't it? For the greater good. The town only raised enough money to build that far. Who told your family to live at the end of town? It is not like anyone did it on purpose. If you want the road to reach your gate, then just cover the cost for those last few dozen yards. Well, Hank Turner, looks like you have learned a few tricks from Mayor Collins lately. You even learned how to talk slick. Do any of you people have a shred of conscience? What do you mean, unified plan? What? Greater good. All of you got included in the plan. All of you count as the greater good. So why is my family the only one left behind? Maya Cullins's front and backyards, every inch of them was arranged perfectly. But my family pays the most, and somehow we do not fit in. Do you all think I am too easygoing? That my family is easy to push around? People need to have a conscience. If this is how you handle things, then I will not pay a single cent for this road. Do whatever the hell you want. Ethan, I think you have gotten full of yourself. You made a little money in business, and now you look down on everyone. Let me tell you something. I cannot stand you strutting around like a big shot. What makes you so special? If everyone had not grown medicinal herbs to supply you, would your business ever have taken off? And now you dare shout at us. The road project is a decision made by all of Eastbrook. If you dare drag it down, then you are deliberately harming every resident's interests. Dad heard that and started forward to argue. I stopped him. Well, Dale Watson, you have gotten tough these past 2 years. Forgot when you carried that sad little bowl around, going door to door mooching meals. So what if I am acting like a big shot? If you cannot stand it, bite me. And now you want to slap some big accusation on me. Who the hell do you think you are? Whose interests did I harm? Spell it out for me. I am not paying this money. What are you going to do? Call the cops and have me arrested. Go sue me. I would love to see who can force me to hand over that money. And that goes for every one of you. Before you run your mouths, know your place. Mayor Collins. Crawling back into your shell again. Whether Eastbrook fixes the road is for you people to discuss. I will not pay that $1 million. Not a single cent. Ethan, do not think too highly of yourself. Do you really think Eastbrook cannot survive without you? Let me tell you, we will fix this road with or without you. It just means paying a little more money, as if the rest of us cannot afford it. Your family can forget about staying in Eastbrook after this. Get out, get out, get out. Fine, fine, fine. Mom, Dad, let's go. A cold chill swept through my heart. I said nothing more. I took Mom and Dad and headed home. Ethan, after making such a scene, getting along with everyone back home from now on is probably going to be a lot harder. How are we supposed to live peacefully with them after this? They are already walking all over us and rubbing our faces in it. Why should we keep indulging them? If you ask me, not beating the hell out of them was already going easy. A pack of rotten bastards, all ganging up to bully us. Mom, Dad, we are moving. What, Ethan? Even if today got a little ugly, there is no need to move. We have done nothing wrong. So what is there to fear? What are we afraid of? After everything that just happened, you still do not see it. You and Mom have lived in Eastbrook your whole lives. Our family has never done anything wicked or shameful. By rights, people should think well of us. Before this, I could never understand it. We supported Eastbrook fixing the road. I was even paying the most money. So why was our family the only one left out? Just now, it finally hit me. They did this on purpose. Listen to what they were saying. They act like I only made money because of them. They cannot stand it. Why should our family have more money than they do? Once envy takes root in people, they start cooking up rotten schemes. Ever since I started doing business, those people in Eastbrook never said it to our faces, but behind our backs, they were always scheming against us. Who knows how much they took advantage of us? Take Hank Turner, for example. When he got married last year, he came to our house and pestered me. He begged me to pull strings, then cried about being broke. He wanted a city hotel booked. He wanted a wedding motorcade hired, and even shamelessly bejured me to give him an oversized wedding gift. He said it would help him save face. Can you believe that? He even wanted me to help bankroll his own wedding. But from the way he acted just now, he was one step from turning on me right there. People like that never remember a favor. These townspeople have been poor their whole lives. Instead of thinking how to earn money and live better, they spend all day figuring out how to leech off others. To put it bluntly, they are a pack of rotten townspeople. The more I talked, the angrier I got. Mom and Dad both fell silent. How could they not know what I was saying was true? They had simply lived in the countryside their whole lives. That web of favors and obligations was rooted deep in them. Sometimes, even when they knew they were being taken advantage of, they could only swallow it. Back when I made my first real profit in business, I still thought like a small-town kid. I wanted to come home successful and show everyone I had made it. Then I would build a big house. I wanted everyone in Eastbrook to know I had money now, that my family was living well. Then a businessman who had also grown up rural heard what I was planning and told me the story of wearing a fine suit in the dark. People resent you for having more and mock you for having less. Is that not exactly how so many people think now? And has that not caused more than enough conflict? I changed my mind at once. I bought a place in the city and wanted to bring Mom and Dad there. But the two of them refused, so I could only do my best to let them eat better, dress better, and live more comfortably. At the same time, I kept warning them not to flaunt our money. But even with me keeping such a low profile, I could not hide it for long. Later, when I helped Eastbrook sell its medicinal herbs, Mayor Collins and the others came into the city and saw the scale of my business for themselves. From that moment on, whenever anyone in town had a wedding or funeral, or even the smallest ache or fever at home, they started coming to my family with their hands out. They called it borrowing money, but they never paid back a cent. The people in our town have gone rotten inside. Then, we will go with you. But we have lived here our whole lives, leaving just like this. It is honestly hard to let go. Dad, this poor little backwater has nothing worth clinging to. Living in the city makes everything easier than staying here, and it is more comfortable, too. There is a park right beside my place. It is full of older folks exercising, playing chess, and dancing. You too could make some new friends there. That is better than staying around these heartless bastards. Honestly, after what happened today, I truly cannot feel safe leaving you in Eastbrook. Who knows how far those people might go? What if they set a fire? Or poison something? It is not like that kind of thing has never happened. By then, even if I tore them apart, it would be too late. Besides, if you move to the city, you can help me out a little. If I have a son or daughter in a couple of years, I will be counting on you to help raise the baby. I racked my brain for every reason I could use to persuade Dad. Fine, we will go to the city. After a lifetime as farmers, we can try being city people and enjoy ourselves for once. Once we decided, we left right away. My place had everything we needed. There was no need to drag along all the old junk from home. I had Mom and Dad pack a few changes of clothes and their valuables. Then we locked the front gate and went straight back to the city. As for Eastbrook's road, which had not even broken ground yet, it had nothing to do with my family anymore. They could fix it however they wanted. Even if they paved a road right over Mayor Collins's toilet, I would have no objection. As for the people in Eastbrook, they had even less to do with me anymore. 3 months flew by. We did not go back to Eastbrook once. Mom and Dad had fully settled into city life. Mom joined a senior dance group. Every morning and evening, she danced for 2 hours without fail. She even had her own dance group. Every few days, they had group outings, too. Dad also made plenty of older friends who liked to exercise. With the strength he had built from years of farming, he quickly made a name for himself in their circle. Every day, once the time came, he headed out. If he had not had his fill of fun, he absolutely would not come home. I figured if I brought up going back to Eastbrook now, they would brand me the worst son alive. The only thing giving me a headache was Mom and Dad's obsession with having grandkids. They nagged me about it countless times a day, telling me to make good on my promise. One day, while I was discussing business, I suddenly got a call from Mayor Collins. Ethan, come back sometime in the next 2 days, as soon as possible. Over the phone, Mayor Collins spoke in a commanding tone. Who is this? And where exactly am I supposed to go back to? I asked on purpose, pretending not to know. It is Uncle Collins speaking. Do you know what month it is already? And you still have not come back to Eastbrook? What are you talking about? I do not understand. And I am busy. I am hanging up. I hung up right away. Of course, I knew. I knew exactly what month it was. I also knew why Mayor Collins wanted me back in Eastbrook. But what did any of that have to do with me? After that, Mayor Collins called me several more times. I ignored every one of them. This year, the medicinal herb market was in a slump. The pharmaceutical companies had pushed prices very low. If you wanted a high price, the quality had to be rock solid. Luckily, I had plenty of reliable suppliers. And they were all direct sources. Lately, I had been busy dealing with them, sometimes attending 7 or 8 business meals in a single day. Mom and Dad were fairly understanding, and stopped bringing up grandkids for the moment. The next day, a group of unwelcome visitors came to my office. Mayor Collins had brought a crowd of Eastbrook residents to see me. A dozen or so people nearly packed my office full. Bringing that many people was clearly a show of force. I looked up at them and signaled for my secretary to step out first. If you have something to say, make it quick. I have a client meeting soon. I said it in a flat, professional tone, then lowered my head and kept reading the files. Mayor Collins stepped up to the front of my desk and questioned me, visibly irritated. Ethan, what is this supposed to mean? Why would you not answer my calls? I already told you. If you have business, get to it. Ethan, when are you coming to buy Eastbrook's medicinal herbs? Everyone is waiting on you. You will not come back, and you will not answer your phone. You're holding everything up. Get out. Even now, they still talked like I owed them something. They had completely forgotten who they were. Ethan, how can you talk to the mayor like that? Did I ask you to speak? Who the hell are you? If you do not want me to call security in to throw you out, then stand there and keep quiet. I shot him a glance and snapped at him in a sharper voice. Ever since what happened last time, between me and these people, or rather, between me and all of Eastbrook, there was no affection left, so I had no reason to be nice to them, and I felt no guilt about it. Ethan, I do not know what has you so angry, but town business cannot be delayed. If it sits any longer, those medicinal herbs will dry out, and they will lose weight on the scales. You cannot take everyone's harvest as some kind of joke. Mayor Collins took several deep breaths. Then he tried to speak to me in a calmer tone. But it still sounded like an accusation. I understand, now. You came to me, today, to make me buy Eastbrook's medicinal herbs. Aren't you asking the obvious? What do Eastbrook's herbs have to do with me? Who says I have to buy Eastbrook's herbs? Were you not the one buying them these past few years? What do past years have to do with this year? Did we sign a contract? Or is there some law that says so? Ethan, you are from Eastbrook too. You have a duty and obligation to help Eastbrook. If everyone had not grown herbs for you all these years, where would your business have come from? Now you want to use people and toss them aside. Now you remember I am from Eastbrook. Why did you not mention that when the road was being fixed? When every one of you racked your brains for ways to scheme and plotted against my family, why did you not mention it then? And think before you speak. What do you mean? Everyone grew herbs for me. You make it sound like all the money from those herb sales went into my pocket. I have always bought them at the highest market price. I never shortchanged anyone, so stop acting wronged. Besides, I'm never short on business. Plenty of herb dealers work with me. Eastbrook is the least profitable one of them all. I curled my lip. Their shamelessness struck me even harder. In their eyes, no matter how well my business did, it was all a gift from them, so I owed them. And I had to repay them every minute of every day. Who schemed against your family? Do not stand here making baseless accusations. What? Do you need me to lay it all out, one thing at a time? I stared straight at Mayor Collins and shot the question back at him. He went silent. Whether he had schemed against my family and just how much he had done, he knew perfectly well. Ethan, I know you are still holding a grudge over the road repairs. But you are a grown man. Why keep clinging to that one thing? The road has already been fixed now. And you did not pay any money for it, did you? So let us put that behind us. Handle the herb business first. Fixed. Huh? Then does it reach my house? I did not even need to ask. Of course, it did not. I do not have time to waste arguing with you people. Go home. And do not come to me about buying herbs again. I waved them off and showed them the door. Ethan, do not push this too far. Do you think that because I am speaking politely, I am easy to push around? Let me tell you, the town representatives are all here today. You have to handle the herb purchase for us. What? Are you trying to scare me with numbers? Trying to strong-arm me into a deal? There are only a dozen or so of you. This building has more than 40 security guards. Go on. Act a little tougher and see what happens. I slowly stood up, braced both hands on the desk, leaned closer to Mayor Collins, and asked with a cold laugh. Ethan, are you trying to make an enemy of all Eastbrook? Do not forget, your family's home is still in town. You had better think carefully about the consequences. Fine. You think you are too big to listen now. We will see about that. Mayor Collins staggered back a few steps, then left in disgrace with that sorry little rabble. About 10 more days passed. I was with my mentor, the one who once told me that story about wearing a fine suit in the dark, getting ready to attend a business conference, but we got blocked downstairs outside my company. Everyone in Eastbrook who could still move, young and old, had shown up. I knew the medicinal herbs in their hands were not selling. They were panicking. Ethan, please help us and buy the herbs. Our whole families are counting on that money to eat. Ethan, That dog Mayor Collins is full of rotten schemes. He stirred all this up. We have removed him as mayor. We even dug up the road in front of his house. The neighbors pooled some money and rebuilt the road. It goes straight to your front gate now. The Eastbrook residents surrounded me, everyone shouting over each other. Martin Bennett knew exactly what I had been through. Before I could speak, he stepped forward and said, "Hey, do you people have any shame left? Back when you were yelling for Ethan and his whole family to get out of Eastbrook, you sounded a lot tougher than you do now. Who are you?" "We are here for Ethan. What does it have to do with you?" "Who said you get to speak?" "Nobody asked you. Just had to show everyone you have a mouth, huh?" The residents were polite to me for the moment, but that did not mean they would be polite to Martin Bennett. They opened their mouths and started firing insults. "I'm like an older brother too, Ethan. When I speak, he listens. Do you still want to shout at me?" Martin Bennett stopped me just as I was about to explain. Then he looked at the residents with a smile and said it. This time, no one dared make a sound. "People like you are the ones I despise most. All smiles when you need someone, backs turned when you do not. You people do not have a shred of conscience. What happened? Now that the herbs in your hands will not sell, you are suddenly willing to build a road to Ethan's house. Where was that attitude earlier? Do you even know? All these years? How much Ethan spent helping your town sell its herbs, and how much money he lost? The herbs your town grows are basically weeds. Nobody in the market wants them. When you need him, you call him Ethan. When you do not, you tell him to get out. You are a pack of petty little leeches, through and through. Even if you starve, you do not deserve pity. Keep blocking us here, and I will call the police and report you for causing a public disturbance. If you have time to act like thugs here, learn how to be decent human beings first. As for the herbs you grew, I will decide for Ethan. He is definitely not buying them. Figure it out yourselves. If you have a problem with that, come find me. Come, take it up with me." Martin Bennett took me by the arm and led me away. After we got in the car, Martin Bennett spoke to me earnestly. "Ethan, do not take this the wrong way. Smart people choose the right place, and good people choose the right company. Business depends on luck and environment, too. When you are surrounded by people like that, they drag down your luck. Take this brotherly advice from me. Stay far away from people like that from now on." I nodded. That was exactly what I thought, too. Sure enough, after I cut myself off from Eastbrook, my business kept getting smoother. I closed several major deals in a row. My business grew bigger, and life became smooth sailing. After that, I did not follow the details too closely. I only knew that, over the next few years, the medicinal herbs, they grew, all ended up selling at rock-bottom prices. They all lost quite a lot of money, and Mayor Collins, who had stirred up all that trouble, was beaten bloody when they stormed into his house. Of course, during that time, plenty of residents called me in private to apologize. But a person's trust only comes once. Once it is gone, it is gone.